e já 80% de eletricidade em 2026. Chamamos a atenção para a importância da ligação entre o clima e os oceanos, para a redução das catástrofes, para a proteção civil preventiva, para o sistema integrado de combate às desigualdades provocadas pelas catástrofes. Apoiamos o alerta precoce para todos do secretário-geral António Guterres. Pensamos que é essencial o financiamento acrescido mundial aos Objetivos de Desenvolvimento Sustentável. Avançamos com um projeto piloto com Cabo Verde, que é um projeto multiplicável noutros países, nomeadamente em África, de conversão da dívida pública em investimento num fundo climático e ambiental. Temos muito tempo perdido. Tempo demais perdido. Não podemos defraudar o legado para as gerações futuras. É nosso dever honrar o compromisso da Agenda 2030, em nome da humanidade e do planeta. Não podemos falhar. Não vamos falhar.
I thank the President of the Portuguese Republic. I now give the floor to His Excellency Lajes Makafi Shanwera, President of the Republic of Malawi.
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, halfway to the year 2030, it is clear that there is slow progress in implementing the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, especially in developing countries like Malawi. For us, our progress has been consistently challenged by the escalating frequency and severity of shocks. Since 2015, Malawi has faced 4 cyclones, droughts, COVID-19, the worst cholera outbreak in our history, and the adverse economic effects of the war in Eastern Europe. Collectively, these have had devastating impacts on our economy. Not only have these shocks eroded our hard-earned development gains, they have also plunged many of our citizens deeper into poverty. And to make matters worse, at a time when debts should be canceled for the collective good of freeing resources for SDG advancement, we are forced to go deeper into debt to keep our economies from collapsing under the weight of crippling inflation and interest rates. Take Malawi, for instance. In March of this year, Tropical Cyclone Freddy affected over 2.2 million people, displaced more than 650,000 people, killed over 1,000 people, and caused economic losses of worth over $500 million. Yet, with mountains of debt shackling our efforts to build resilience and achieve sustainability, our hopes of success in SDG attainment are marginal at best. And so we must address these restraints on Malawi's progress, just as not a matter of national interest alone. It is a moral imperative for the international community. One key accelerator for SDG attainment we must exploit is cutting-edge technology. We can revolutionize key sectors outlined in the Doha Program of Action, such as trade, health, agriculture. Digital platforms and e-commerce can empower least developed countries to access global markets on equitable terms. Infrastructure, smart solutions, digital connectivity can bridge gaps and promote inclusivity and accessibility. Technological innovations are amazing at bolstering inclusive development. And this is what we are doing with our farmers, irrigation, electricity access, solar incentives, and minimum wage. Thank you.
I thank the President of the Republic of Malawi for his statement. And now I give the floor to His Excellency Rashad Mohammed Al-Alimi, President of the Presidential Leadership Council of the Republic of Yemen.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السادة رؤساء الدول والحكومات، يسعدني أن أشارككم حواركم الرفيع هذا حول أجندة التنمية المستدامة التي تتخلف بلادي عن ركاب الوفاء بالتزاماتها تحت ضغط ظروف الحرب القاهرة والأزمة الإنسانية العميقة التي تستمر الميليشيات الحوثية في مفاقمتها للعام التاسع بدعم من النظام الإيراني. السيدات والسادة، لقد قلبت الحرب في بلادي الأولويات رأسا على عقب لتصبح معها بعض الأجندة التنموية التي كانت ضرورية في الأوضاع الطبيعية إلى هامش الاحتياجات الأساسية المتمثلة بالغذاء والدواء والماء والكهرباء، خصوصا في ظل توقف الصادرات النفطية منذ عام كامل بسبب هجمات الميليشيات الإرهابية على الموانئ النفطية. منذ أيام عاد ملايين من الأطفال إلى مدارسهم في ظروف بالغة القسوة مع انهيار شبكة الحماية الحكومية اللازمة لتحسين أوضاع قطاع التعليم الذي يتسرب منه سنويا أعداد هائلة من الفتيان والفتيات. السيدات والسادة، إن الحديث عن أجندة التنمية المستدامة التي تضمن المشاركة المجتمعية في بلادي وتوظيف التكنولوجيا لخلق فرص عمل وتجويد الحياة بات ضربا من المستحيل في مناطق سيطرة الميليشيات الكثيفة السكان باعتبارها تدخلا أجنبيا ناعما كما تدعي تلك الميليشيات متخادمة مع تنظيم القاعدة وداعش. السيدات والسادة، هناك إجراءات وخطط واعدة لمجلس القيادة الرئاسي والحكومة على صعيد تحسين الخدمات والبنية التحتية وتمكين النساء وتفعيل دور أجهزة تنفيذ القانون. وهناك دعم يقدم لحكومتي من قبل الأخوة الأشقاء في المملكة العربية السعودية الشقيقة والإمارات العربية المتحدة، والتي مكنتنا من تقديم هذه الخدمات، ونتطلع إلى أن نتحول من قضية الإغاثة الإنسانية إلى قضية التنمية المستدامة. شكرا لكم، ونتمنى أن تحظى اليمن بدعم دولي من كافة المؤسسات الدولية لكي تتمكن من العودة إلى أهداف التنمية المستدامة. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
I thank the President of the Presidential Leadership Council of the Republic of Yemen. And now I give the floor to His Excellency Olaf Scholz, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. Excellency, the floor is yours.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, time is of the essence. This holds true for our meeting here today. And it also holds true for our joint efforts to reach the Sustainable Development Goals. 2030 is only 7 years away. And as we have heard from the Secretary General, we are currently not on track. So I will focus my remarks on two proposals that could help us get back on track. My first point is financing. Germany stands by its commitments. We are the second largest donor of official development assistance in the world. Last year, we once again surpassed the 0.7% goal. And during our G7 presidency last year, we set up the Global Alliance for Food Security. In total, Germany provided €5 billion to address the most tragic global repercussions of Russia's war against Ukraine's hunger. But national development budgets alone won't be sufficient. That is why we are working to reform the international finance architecture, especially the World Bank. Our goal is to improve its ability to fight poverty and to finance global public goods. In this regard, Germany strongly supports innovative financing instruments. For the first time ever, we will provide over 300 million euro of hybrid capital. This capital will serve to leverage the World Bank's investment for an up to 8-fold return. We also need to address the soaring debt crisis in many developing countries. Debt transparency plays a key role here, as does the full implementation of the G20 framework for debt restructuring by all. My second point concerns trade and how to join forces with the private sector. According to the WHO, the number of people living in absolute poverty worldwide has fallen by 3/4 since 1990. That tremendous success is due to the positive effects of globalization. Today, the global move towards renewable energy and efforts to diversify supply chains provide new opportunities for economic development. Germany, and that includes our business sector, supports the idea that the first stage of processing should take place in the countries where raw materials are found or where renewable energy is being produced. We promote this through targeted cooperation agreements. Ladies and gentlemen, time is of essence, and so is confidence in what we can achieve together.
I thank the Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. And now I give the floor to His Excellency John Briceño, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Economic and Development and Investment of Belize.
Excellencies, Belize is deeply troubled at the slow progress of implementation of the SDGs. While ongoing crises are deterring our efforts, systemic inequities at global levels have long been undermining our aspirations. Today, I reaffirm Belize's unwavering commitment to achieving the SDGs. These goals remain the only ambitious, universally agreed blueprint to achieve an equitable and sustainable future for all. The highest priority for my government is reducing poverty. Belize commits to reducing poverty by 50% by 2030, in alignment with the fundamental principle of leaving.
I now give the floor to His Excellency Pedro Sánchez Pérez Castellón, President of the Government of Spain. Excellency, the floor is yours.
Señor presidente, señoras y señores, las sucesivas crisis globales a las que nos enfrentamos han puesto de manifiesto la importancia de articular mecanismos conjuntos para progresar y responder a los más vulnerables. Hemos aprendido que construimos sociedades más fuertes, solidarias o resilientes o no estaremos bien preparados para acometer las profundas transformaciones que necesitamos para alcanzar los objetivos de desarrollo sostenible y encarar el futuro de progreso y prosperidad. Esta vez, en consecuencia, no podemos fallar. La década para la acción no está perdida y debemos actuar. Y así lo ha entendido mi país. En el plano doméstico, en estos años hemos dedicado ingentes esfuerzos económicos para armar un escudo social robusto que protegiera a los más vulnerables. Y hemos puesto en marcha profundas reformas, implementado políticas públicas en el ámbito del empleo, la educación, la salud, la igualdad de género, la inclusión social, la digitalización y la lucha contra la emergencia climática sin que nadie quede atrás. Y hemos hecho de las políticas de prevención y de reducción de riesgos una prioridad, que incluyen la publicación del marco de gestión del riesgo de catástrofes en España. Y en el plano internacional, y en coherencia con esta firme convicción, mi país seguirá contribuyendo de manera decisiva a los distintos instrumentos de Naciones Unidas para avanzar en el cumplimiento de la Agenda 2030 y hacer realidad los ODS en el mundo. Hemos dotado de una nueva ley de cooperación internacional en que nos comprometemos a dedicar el 0,7% de nuestra renta nacional bruta a la ayuda oficial al desarrollo en el año 2030 y, además, durante el periodo 2024-2027 realizaremos nuevas aportaciones financieras. Uno, aumentaremos nuestra contribución al Fondo Conjunto ODS, del que ya somos el segundo donante, llegando a los 120 millones de euros. Apoyaremos al Fondo Internacional de Desarrollo Agrícola con 20 millones de euros para seguir reforzando la seguridad alimentaria y aspiramos a estar entre los 10 primeros donantes con nuestras contribuciones al Fondo Fiduciario para propósitos especiales y el presupuesto ordinario de las agencias entre 2024 y 2027. España quiere tener un papel activo en todo el debate que está impulsando el secretario general y por eso deseamos acoger la cuarta Cumbre de Financiación para el Desarrollo Sostenible que se celebrará en el año 2025. Queremos que tenga un impacto verdaderamente transformador y para ello debemos empezar a trabajar desde ya. Al tiempo de actuar, pues evidentemente es ahora. Aprovechemos esta importante cita para renovar con determinación y con firmeza nuestro compromiso ineludible con la Agenda 2030 y sus Objetivos de Desarrollo Sostenible. Nada más y muchas gracias.
I thank the President of the Government of Spain. And now I give the floor to His Excellency Hamza Abdi Barre, Prime Minister of Federal Republic of Somalia.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Mr. President, Somalia's journey towards XCDG implementation is one of their determination and amidst adversity, despite the challenge of conflict and pervert worse by recurrent shocks and extreme effects of climate change, our commitment remained unyielding, and we are proud of the progress we have done so far. Mr. President, most notably, we have aligned our National Development Plan, NDP 9, with 80 out of 103 SDG indicators. And since 2017, we have strived addressing multi-dimensional buffer and have succeeded in lowering buffer rates by 15%. We achieved a 43% reduction in maternal mortality rate and have succeeded to increase literacy rates for women aged 15 to 24 by 12.4%. Mr. President, in our relentless pursuit of DGs, Somalia is committed to take tangible actions to both national and the global level. On a national level, Somalia is committed to increase investment in education and to reduce illiteracy rate, expand access to quality education, and promote technical and vocational training. We pledge to accelerate efforts to eradicate gender-based violence and ensure greater representation of women in leadership positions. We also commit to prioritizing sustainable agriculture practice, improve water resource management, boost food security, and enhance resilience and adaptation to climate change to ensure a more sustainable future for our nation. On our global level, Somalia will actively engage in global partnerships to foster international cooperation in achieving the SDGs while taking a more active role in global advocacy and awareness-raising efforts. Mr. President, we cannot afford to wait any longer. The time for decisive actions is now. Let us commit to ensuring a better future for all of humanity. Thank you very much.